Back in the 1970s, high-minded Twin Cityans celebrated their theaters, orchestras, and dance companies, and of course, their quality of life. We were the Florence of the Upper Midwest and the nation's role model for good taste, reasonable fashion, and Minnesota nice. The Mary Tyler Moore Show and the Governor's Fishing Opener were set here, not in Iowa or California. So too the Guthrie, the Walker, and Minnesota Public Radio.
First portion of our show brought to you by Powder Milk Biscuits in the big blue box with a picture of the biscuit.
But higher standards were called for. Yes, we still had Dayton's Dave Moore and Dick Ginden, but the folk music scare was in full tilt, and Franken and Davis were on SNL. Tailgating remained popular, and video guerrillas had infected public television's KTCA.
Hell, we've never even seen the Vikings.
Was there cause for alarm? Indeed there was. Back then, we were in denial. We were in serious denial.
A lot of people were pissed off here.
But with the ending of the Mary Tyler Moore Show, the pillars of Twin Cities taste became disoriented, depressed, and careless. Ordinary citizens began to ask questions. Why had Will Jones seen Freaky Friday 4 times? Why had Donald Dayton bought a lava lamp at Kmart? Why does Orchestra Hall look the way it does? Was Margaret Morris really covering a 2-week-long social event at Mousie's Bar for the Tribune? Paranoia swept across the cities. Was the good life ending here? Had it departed with Phyllis and Rhoda? No, it was still here. Taste and quality of life had a home here. But it needed protection from the cancer and sleaze that had always been just under the surface. It needed more than what Mike Steele and Barbara Flanagan could provide. It needed citizen action. It did not need Bill Deal or Minneapolis Magazine. Worried but still unblemished Twin Cityans secretly met in church basements and Lake Street laundromats to lay down plans of action. And when they finally appeared on the streets, they were called the Taste Commandos.
Yeah, I just flew in from Las Vegas, Nevada, and boy, my arm's tired.
Having taken oaths to do battle with all things not good for people, the Taste Commandos dispensed with Henny Youngman jokes.
Gotta tell you about my doctor.
Next, they liberated Twin Cities streets of leather coats and polyester suits. Despite alibis, the Taste Commandos explained their actions and forthrightly went about their mission. They would stop at nothing, these cadres of couth. Dr. Walt's radar weather tower, skylifted to Valley Fair Amusement Park and reconstructed as a Ferris wheel. Many panicked. Nothing was safe, nothing was sacred, as even singles who lived in sin were exposed for what they had done. Next, the city's children were accosted for their addiction to Twinkies, Ho-Hos, and banana flips. Frightened at first, the children were lectured on good nutrition. gratitude, invited the Commandos into their homes for milk and granola bars. Taste Commando assaults on current culture continued. Anchormen broadcast nervously as they chronicled the transformation of disco clubs into foxtrot lounges with live big bands and dress codes with safety features. When the Taste Commandos turned the Muzak off, thousands of Twin Cityans in bars, airports, shopping centers, and offices became disoriented and acted queerly. Were the Taste Commandos going too far? Were they really needed? Did they, in their quest to purify civilization as we know it, become a threat to that same civilization? Many thought so as they attacked and removed Orchestra Hall from downtown Minneapolis. One commando on a recent local television talk show explained.
Well, Jane, we feel that it is time that people realize what Taste Commandos do is for their own good. Recent articles in national magazines employing the hyperbole, deception, and outright lies of the white-collar press have brainwashed us into believing that we of the 5-county mosquito control district enjoy a high quality of life. Balderdash.
He and his assistant then gunny-sacked the hostess and her guest, the producer of Charlie's Angels. Bigger, more awesome targets loomed on the horizon. Targets like Edina and Highland Park. Men and women, tanks and guts. Brave sentries all who simply could not take it any longer. But resistance was limited, and the Taste Commandos were welcomed with open arms and flowers thrown at them by secretaries and shopkeepers. And they shouted, "We had not known how we lived." Edina and Highland Park finally free. And then the Holy of Holies, the most allegedly acceptable fixture of upper Midwest culture, the most time-honored and familiar symbol of life as we live it in the Twin Cities, Howard Viken's Record Library. Stacks of Gene Autry, Bing Crosby, and Rod McEwen records, destroyed by the Taste Commandos in a symbolistic, ritualistic circle in the front of the Hennepin County Government Center. Will Minneapolis and St. Paul ever rest again?
Now, Taste Commandos was made at University Community Video by Timid Video Theater about 43 years ago. That's well before VCRs, cell phone video, and mobs of social media influencers.